Hey guys, TJ here with Down Home Cooking. Today I'm going to show you all how to cook beef liver, onions, and gravy. We're going to get right to this, but I just want to let you guys know, you kids out there today don't have any idea about this kind of food. You hear it on YouTube and TikTok and all this stuff, and you hear the word liver and you think, ooh, that's nasty. Maybe some of you adults too who didn't get to have the privilege of growing up and eating it. Maybe your friends and stuff you heard of your friends and them eating it and stuff, but you guys had a lot more money and your mom and daddy fixed you all hamburger helper or something. But my family, they was out cooking squirrels, deer, rabbits, and turtles and catching fish on trout lines, and we was out there raising a garden and trying to survive. Ever since I was a little kid, about this tall, I was staying by my mama. I'd watch her wash dishes and I'd follow her to the stove. I try to mock everything she did. She put my hands in the flour when I was just a kid, and I just took off. I love to cook. And today, after raising 3 kids, after almost 30 years of marriage, I have learned that this is my passion. So if you guys would like, share, and subscribe to my channel, help me grow, because I'm going to take you guys down a rabbit hole that you all ain't never been. I'm going to show you guys some stuff to cook that you probably haven't even heard of for a long time, because people don't even want to cook it no more. But today, like I said, we're going to cook liver, onions, and gravy. It's real nutritional. Your family is going to love it. You ought to just try it and put it on a plate in front of them, make them sit there and eat it. Tell them to shut their mouth up, clean their plates, and then they can ask to be excused, and they can go on their merry way and go play Nintendo or something. But this old country boy here is to tell you, we're going to be cooking all these good foods and stuff and bringing them to you from our kitchen to yours. And if you guys would, stay right here with me and watch me. I'm going to show you step by step how to cook this great meal. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. So we're getting ready to make this beef liver and onion and gravy. We're going to put them on gloves on so we don't get this stuff all over us. Okay, so what we got is we got our liver, we got our flour, and I've already cut the liver. This is beef calf liver, and all I did was just cut it in half. It's good to use this beef liver while it's a little bit frozen, not too much. It's just really good and chilled. So I brought it out of the freezer, thawed it out a little bit, and then I put it in the refrigerator to keep it cool. So it kind of melts when it gets a little hot. It gets a little hard to work with, but that changes once you get it on the stove. It starts firming up some. So what I've got is I've cut my onions right here, and I like cutting my onions pretty thick. A lot of people cut them in rings. I like that, but they're just a little bit harder to eat. They're easier to eat like this, but you cut them a little thicker. See how thick this one here is? Because when you're cooking it up, you don't want them to disintegrate, cook away in your pan. And also we have some garlic. I got about 3-4 cloves of garlic here, diced up, fresh. I got some flour we're going to use. We're going to sift it through to make our gravy. And I've got my beef broth. So this is all it really takes, guys, to do beef liver and onion gravy. It's real easy. What we're going to do is, a lot of people just cook it on the stove, but what I do is I put it in the oven and bake it. So I got my oven set to 400 degrees. It's already preheated. It's ready to go. So now all I got to do is I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on my liver, and then I'm going to put it over here in the flour, and then we're going to take it over here to the stove. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now, is get it separated here just a little bit, and I'm going to put some salt and pepper on it. And I'm right-handed, so I probably should have used my left hand so I don't get blood all over me. This has got, it's messy. A lot of people like soaking it in milk and stuff. Hey, us country boys, we don't like that stuff. We like the wild taste of it. It tastes good just like this. We don't want to take away from it at all, but if that's your thing, then go right ahead. So I got it separated there, and as you can see, I'm not going to throw too much salt on it, just a little bit, because it's going to season up in this pan. And I've got my hand in the blood. So I'm going to rinse it off real fast so I can use this pepper shaker or pepper grinder. And I'm just going to wipe my hands off real fast. And we're going to put some pepper on it. some fresh pepper. Okay, there we go. Now all we're going to do is stick it over here in the flour. And we're going to get it coated real well. Stick it to the side. And when I get enough, I'll stick it back over here out of my way. Get enough room. There's that one. And here's this one. Like I was telling you guys earlier, this is a great way to get all your iron, protein, nutrition. It's really, really good. I've seen a lot of videos on social media where people are cooking. I seen one guy said that he had to cook it for 20 minutes on top of the stove, and then he baked it for another hour in the oven. Man, that's too much, guys. It don't take much to cook this stuff. It's real easy. All you're doing on the stove is really browning it. You're browning it, you're pulling it off, and that's it. And so you see how this comes apart when it starts to get a little room temperature warm. It starts trying to fall apart on you. So you want to be careful. And you want them in sizes like this. You don't want them no bigger than that. Not unless you like it like that. We live in a society today that feelings and other things matter to people to where, you know, they get offended real easy. And I'm not used to it because I'm old-fashioned. And I'm just taking some of this other flour and I'm putting it on top there real fast. All right, guys. So we got it floured up. Now we're gonna go over here to the stove. Okay, now that we're over here on the stove, we got our pan pretty warm. I'm gonna bring up the heat just a little bit, and we're gonna bring this on over. And what we're gonna do first is we're gonna brown our calf liver first, and then we are going to make our gravy. So while I get everything ready real quick, just want to show you guys, so you know what we got going on. And we're going to get this brown first, and I had to change gloves, of course. So we're just going to go ahead. It should be right there where I need it at. So we're going to just take and drop it in. Drop it in. Be real careful. Flop it the opposite way of yourself so you don't get burnt. Now I'll have to make a couple of batches of these. I'm going to make the first batch by showing you guys how to do it, and then I'm going to fix the rest of them up and have them ready. Also, my sides are corn on the cob and homemade mashed potatoes. So we're going to have mashed potatoes with liver, onions, and gravy, and with corn on the cob. So here we go. We're waiting for this to go. And all you need is a fork because we're just going to brown it up. You don't really want to bother it too much. I just wanted to move it away from that one piece. We're going to let it get brown. And what's going on right now is when this cooks, all that goodness and stuff that comes off the beef liver is going to go into our oil. And then we're going to use flour to go into the oil. I'm sorry, let me back up. After we do this with the beef liver, we're going to put our onions and garlic in, and it's going to cook real good into the oil with the stuff that come off of the beef liver, which you'll see. And then we're going to make our gravy. But it's frying up there, so we're just giving just a second there. So just wait right there. And like I said, you know, when I was growing up, my mom, this was a house favorite for all of us. I'm the oldest of 7 kids. And whenever I see my mom pull this package out of the freezer, I knew that it was going to be game time. Every year when I was growing up, we had a neighbor who slaughtered a cow, and they would give us all of our old meat and stuff that they had in their deep freeze from the last one. And there would be a lot of beef liver. A lot. Now remember, we're not cooking this too hard, so it's now time to flip over. 'cause it don't take much. Look at that. Perfect. And I'll just let it cook for another few seconds on the other side, and then that batch is done. And then guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the beef liver. See how tender that is? I mean, it's so tender it's falling apart. And now I'm going to finish up the rest of it and get it all ready to show you guys, so this video doesn't take very long. But see how the color on that is? That is beautiful right there. That's beautiful. And then that's ready to come out here in just a second. So let me get me another dish here for that to come out. And I'm gonna go ahead and cook up the rest, and you guys will see it. Okay, we're taking got our last batch here. I've already got these out. This is what it should look like right here. It looks really good. And I just got them off to the side. Now these are ready to flip over. This is so good. For those of you guys who've never tried beef liver, you should try it. You'd be surprised. You can't get this in a restaurant no more. I don't know of a restaurant that serves beef liver, but I don't know where you guys are all from. I'm from Kentucky, and there was well, it still is, Frisch's Big Boy. They used to, they don't no more. They used to serve a beef liver and onion and gravy. And it was really good. I would go there and order that quite a bit. Okay, that piece right there is done. That piece is done. Oops. Be careful, don't splash the oil like I did all over you. And like I said, all you guys are doing is browning it. That's all we're doing. Just working it back and forth here. While you guys are watching this, if you don't mind, give me a quick like and a subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. If you can help me with this channel, I'd really appreciate it. Old country boy in the kitchen cooking, that's all it is. Nothing special. I'm no gourmet cook. I'm sure in the hells ain't no chef. I'm not no Gordon Ramsay. So if you're looking for all that, go ahead and flip, 'cause this ain't it. I'm just an old country boy having fun. So anyways, all this is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this out. And now we're gonna, after I get this out, we're gonna be ready to put our other stuff in and get ready to make our gravy and stuff. I don't like how these little pieces are looking. I don't think I want them. I just don't like them. Let me get something to get that out with. I'm not crazy about that. I just don't like the way they're looking. So I'll let my puppy dogs have them. I'll show you guys. I have a Basset Hound and a oh gosh, I can't remember. Jack Russell. Okay, so here's our onions. We're gonna go in with our onions. Yep, I like a lot of onions. How many onions is this? This is about 3 onions. Most people will tell you 1 onion or 2 onions, but a liver, onion, and gravy has a lot of onions in it. I don't care what anybody says. This is garlic. We're gonna add it towards the last because we don't want it to burn. Now, I am going to season up these onions a little bit. So what I'm going to do, and that's going to season our gravy too. So I'm going to put a little salt. You guys like my little salt shaker? Yep, that's what it is. And then here's some pepper going in there. I love this fresh pepper. And then I'm going to put something else in here, just a little bit. And I like using this. Some of you guys don't like it, but I do. So like I said, it's all about what you like and what your family likes. So there's that. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to put some Danos in. Just a little bit on top, just to help season these onions up some. So you want to make sure while you're doing this, you want these to caramelize. And that smell coming off of that, the broth and the stuff that's left off the beef that was left in the skillet, combined with those onions, and they're all cooking right now, it's all going to come to a caramelization. And then that oil is going to act as like a roux when I put this flour in, and it's going to create my gravy. And I know some of you guys are probably like, you know, I'm scared. I'm scared of, you know, messing up. I don't want to mess up a gravy or anything. Guys, you're not going to mess a gravy up. Gravy is easy. It's just simple. You just got to be patient with it. It took a long time for me to learn how to just be patient. So it's all about having fun in the kitchen. You can't mess it up. It's your kitchen. They didn't hire you and they can't fire you. And whatever you serve on that table is, for your family, I'm sure they'll eat it. So, and they'll be thankful about it too. So we're going to get back. I'm going to show you the onions again. Back on the onions, and we're going to just give them a stir. Like I said, you don't want to rush these. You just want to keep turning them, because this is what's going to make it. This is your flavor right here, guys. What is in this pot right now, this skillet, is your flavor for your liver and onion. This is where it happens at, guys. Right here, this is where it happens. See how it's starting to turn a brownish color? And you want to make sure if there's any onions that's stuck together, this is the time to break them up. You just want to stir and just let it do its thing, just like that. Leave them alone after you get them done. Don't. I would say a different word, but I don't want to get canceled or cuss on here that much. So I won't choose the words that I was about to say that my mama used to use, but it wasn't very good. All right, so we're just waiting. You guys just keep watching this. This is a relaxing thing. The aroma coming off of it, the hard day of work, the tension's being relieved right now. Thinking about sitting in the woods, squirrel hunting, watching the animals play, and you know, all that stuff. Just being in a relaxed place, man. That's all it's about. So you guys, when y'all get in the kitchen, y'all just have fun. Quit being all tense and afraid that you're going to mess something up. Your family's going to love it. Your family's going to eat what you put on the table. And like I said earlier, if they don't, you make their asses sit still and tell them. You ask permission when you get ready to get done. But you're going to clean that plate first. By the way, guys, I'm just kidding about saying that, but that's how I was raised. I know things is different now, but I'm just putting that out there, just messing around. All right, now I'm gonna stir them again. They're just about done. I'm looking for that caramelization, guys. That's what I'm looking for. I would cut this part and then skip it, but I really want you guys to see these onions. You guys have got to see how this comes together right here. I mean, I hope it's not boring just sitting here watching onions cook, but guys, this is really important. I want you to see the scald that these onions take, the form that they take. Okay? Now, also, I do not want to overcook these. I don't want them to be all soggy and stuff in my dish here. So they have to be judged about right, and I can tell by looking at them. They got just a couple more minutes, and I'm just going to throw this garlic in here, and then we're going to be ready to start making our gravy. So just a couple more seconds, and I think that's enough. All right, so let's add our garlic. Oh, that smells great. That smells great. Oh, heck yeah. Anytime is cooking time, guys. Okay, so we're about to add our flour. Can you guys see all that goodness in there? I mean, that stuff is getting married to this skillet and married to each other. And it's all just coming together so perfectly. Like I said, it's effortless, it's easy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna keep the camera in one place because it's too hard with me doing it as a one person. But I got a sifter here. You don't have to use this. I just like doing it just for the heck of it. And I'm just gonna add a little flour in there. And we're just gonna brown this flour just a little bit. And that should be plenty right there. That's plenty. Okay, and you just want to work that in there, get it brown. That's what's going to make your gravy here in just a second. I got my beef stock right here. We're about to pour in there. Give it just a second so we can get it all cooked. It don't take long to cook flour, but you can have that floury taste if you don't cook it out of there. Guys, I'm cooking with my ironclad today. I was going to say I was going to cook this in my iron skillet, but I decided to do it in this. We may have to add a little bit more flour here. You judge it as you're going along and doing it. And I'm going to cut that heat down just a little bit as we do this. We're going to add just a little bit. See how it's making that thickness, that gravy? See it there? That's all it is to it, guys. And I don't want mine real thick, so I'll add some more because it's going in the oven and it's going to reduce in the oven. So that's why mine's going to look like this. But when it gets done, it's going to, when it comes out of the oven, it's going to be gravy, not so thin like this. So we're doing it just like that. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, I like doing it like this. I like pulling this over, throwing these pieces in like that, and I like covering them with the onions. Oh, get down in there. Cover them up, cover them up. All this is going to bake in there. It's not going to take long in the oven. Probably about 10-15 minutes. It's not going to take long. Because your liver is pretty much already done. Well, I mean, it's got a few more minutes, but we're going to add this over here on the side. Come on. And we got one more piece to get in here. It broke. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do it like that. And then we're going to add the rest of our, not the whole thing, but about that much more. Give it a little shake. Get it a little mixed up there. There we go. All right, we're gonna pop this in. I'm getting my mashed potatoes and stuff done. That'll be a complete different video. I'm not gonna show you guys how I do my mashed potatoes today. I'll show you on a video how I do it. And so when we're gonna put this, we're gonna set our timer. We're gonna set it for about, I'm gonna set it for 25 minutes, and then I'll check it, and then I'll let you guys know exactly, because sometimes it's different in the cast iron or the ironclad. So we'll check it back here and we'll see, so we'll know what we're doing. All right, guys, so we got it out of the oven. It took about 15 minutes, and what I end up doing is I let it rest on the stove and kind of simmer down on top, and my gravy thickened up just like it was supposed to in the oven, and it finished off when it got on top of the oven. Great experience. And here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you a little bit closer. So what I did was this is what I fixed: mashed potatoes, liver, onions, and gravy. This is the plate right here, and then I'm going to show you what the liver looks like, and I'm going to try a piece of it and show you all. So I'm going to show you a little bit closer look here. This is it: liver, onion, and gravy with my homemade mashed potatoes. Like I said, I'm going to do another video on how to fix these mashed potatoes, because guys, these potatoes are freaking epic. Best mashed potatoes I ever put in my mouth. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a little taste test, and I'm going to show you what this liver looks like first. So this is what it turned out to be, and I want to show you guys how tender this is. Look how tender this is. I mean, it just barely cuts. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just so tender. And now for the taste test. All right, and time for the taste test. Oh my God, guys. This is awesome. It just melts right in your mouth, and it's got such a good flavor to it. So tender. You guys need to make this. I'm serious. If you haven't never tried liver, try it, because it's really, really good. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. That's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching this video, stopping by. Like my coonskin hat. That's right. Old country boy in the kitchen. That's all it is. I appreciate you all watching. Please subscribe, share, and like. Let everybody know about this. Help me get this channel to grow. I've got a lot of exciting food recipes coming your way, and you guys are absolutely going to love it. Go back and check some of my other recipes and videos out. I've got several out already. And again, I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, and peace out. Go try this recipe, and I promise you guys will love it. Well, our time's up, and we gotta go. But I'll see you guys next time. Come on back in my kitchen anytime you want. See you guys later. Y'all here.